Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment. As you know, we've had some massive catastrophic events, not only in the United States, but in Puerto Rico and Mexico, resulting in the loss of many lives. And I would ask for a moment of silence in remembrance of those who lost their lives and for thoughts of goodwill to the people who are still struggling. Thank you. Ms. King, if you'll call the roll.
First announcement, September 26, 2017. Please be advised, this meeting is being taped for video and audio broadcast. Assisted listening devices are available. Mr. Bonifant.
Here.
Mr. Corsello.
Here.
Mr. Hempstead.
Here.
Mr. Kimmel.
Here.
Mr. Sacchinelli.
Here.
Ms. Melendez.
Here.
Mr. Sarasis.
Present.
Ms. Bowman.
Here.
Mr. Sims. Mr. Kites.
Here.
Ms. Maggio. Mr. De Palma. Ms. O'Toole Giandirko.
Here.
Mr. Igneri.
Here.
Mr. Livingston.
Here.
You have 12 present.
12 present, we have a quorum. Next item on the agenda, the acceptance of minutes, the regular meeting of September 12th, 2017. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Igneri moves. Any changes, omissions, deletions? Mr. Sarasis.
Page 10 of 13, third sentence down says there was a discussion on having an executive session to discuss confidential elements. Before that discussion was held, I actually made a motion to go into executive session to find out why we were spending $500,000 more on a project. And then the discussion ensued after that, and then after that discussion, I withdrew my motion to go into executive session. So somehow that got lost in the shuffle.
Ms.
That it was
Knox, do you have
actually a
that?
motion.
You have that, Ms. Knox?
Thank you.
Any further changes? Mr. Bonifant.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Page 12 of 13, a little ways down there, Mr. Igneri's item, there said Mr. Chimeno came forward to field questions and comments. Mr. Igneri moved it and motion to approve passed with 8 votes in favor, 5 opposed, no abstentions. But it doesn't say who did, which ones, who voted yes or no.
Oh, you're talking about,
E3.
yeah.
Yeah, E3. It says it passed, but it doesn't, and it was 5 opposed, but it doesn't say the names.
I believe Ms. King will have that record, and we'll have to
Yeah.
submit that to,
That's fine.
down here, yeah. It's on item E3. Under Mr. Igneri said that 8 votes in favor, 5 opposed, and no abstentions. So when we take the vote, you generally have a listing of who voted in
I
favor.
will.
And who, so we'll pass that on to Ms. Knox. Any further changes?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Kites.
I'm going to need that back.
Sure.
Okay. It's brought to my attention under public participation. Read city clerk read the rules for public participation and noted that the comments were to be on agenda items and speakers should be adhered to a 3-minute time limit. I don't believe that actually occurred according to our city clerk, Mrs. King, who is sitting right next to me. I'd like to remove that from the minutes.
Okay, I don't believe you said that either, am I correct?
This was supposed to be a short meeting, guys.
Mr. Hempstead.
Just a suggestion that maybe we table these next meeting so we get the corrections back and vote on the minutes as amended.
I'm sorry,
The
microphone.
I'm just suggesting maybe, since we have several amendments to this, that we vote on the amendments, but table the minutes so they can be corrected. The right minutes come back to us next meeting as corrected. Otherwise,
Okay,
that's one of these trouble areas. You never.
want to hold that for a second to see if there's any more changes?
Yes, that's what I said. I was thinking.
Are there any more changes to the minutes? I will note one under public participation, item number 1. It's John Flynn and not George.
Don't make the changes.
Pardon me?
I actually moved the appointment of Mike Newshak.
Okay.
Since we're on it. That's on page 3.
Okay. On page 3, we might as well get them all now. Any further changes? Mr. Hempstead, do you have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to table the minutes so we can get the corrected minutes back at our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Okay, motion to table is not debatable. All in favor? Opposed? So carries. We will table the minutes of September 12th, 2017 until our next meeting. Next item on the agenda is public participation. There is nobody that has signed up to address the council. Is there anybody that wishes to speak? Come to the front and state your name, please.
I'm Johnny Flynn.
Are you speaking on an item that's on the agenda, Mr. Flynn?
Haven't read the agenda. It's not available till the meeting, right?
Somebody can please hand Mr. Flynn a copy of the
It's
agenda,
right there,
please.
he's got it.
Yes, I know you were here last time and wanted to speak on an item that's that was investigated by the police department.
It's probably not on here, but I'd like your resignation after what I've been through. That's what I'm here to speak about, I'm sure.
Well, that's not on the agenda. My resignation is not on the agenda. It's not
not
going
funny.
to happen, so I will find you out of order.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I ask one thing?
If you're going to ask about an item on the agenda, yes.
Not on the agenda.
No,
Because
sir.
it's illegal.
No, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Next item, under the mayor's section, resignations and appointments, there are none. Next are mayor's remarks. As I mentioned earlier, for asking for a moment of silence, the U.S. has been pounded by Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma, and now Hurricane Maria, with close to complete devastation of Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Of course, let's not forget the earthquake in Mexico. Many people are in desperate straits. Please donate what you can to a reputable charity. We have several listed here. Sometimes when these things happen, there are scams and internet scams trying to get people to donate money. Click on this button and you'll donate $10, and it goes to it's a fraud. But we have the American Red Cross, the Salvation Army, the United Way, the Humane Society, and the ASPCA. So if you feel that you want to help, those are the some of the reputable charities that you should be reaching out to. You can also search online, and there are some other vetted charities that would be willing to accept your money and would make sure that the money is directed in the right direction. Number 2, the Norwalk Historical Society will have its opening reception for 2 new exhibits, New Deal, New Day, WPA Artists at Work and Play, and Destination Norwalk, African American Migration from the South, 1940 to 1970, at the Norwalk Historical Society Museum on Thursday, September 28th, 2017, from 6 p.m. to 7:30. Beginning Friday at sundown, Jews all over the world observe their most holy and solemn day of the year, Yom Kippur, a day of fasting and atonement. We wish all our Jewish friends and neighbors an easy fast. On Saturday, October 7th, the City of Norwalk invites Norwalk residents to an open house at their 15 Smith Street location. Participating city departments are Public Works, Norwalk Police Department, Norwalk Fire Department, EMS. Bring the children. It's not only educational, but it's fun, and all the equipment will be on display for the young people and the older people to see. Mr. Igneri?
Mr. Mayor, sorry, just to add to your remarks about donating, The South Norwalk Community Center is starting Wednesday, collecting water, toiletries, diapers, and off mosquito spray for Puerto Rico also. So
Thank you. And Mr. Hempstead, I believe you were,
Just in passing, Paul Saviano passed away. Paul Saviano was on the Harbor Commission and served the city of Norwalk and was just recently appointed Assistant Harbor Master by Governor.
I
Passed at a very
believe,
young age
that
of
was yesterday, I
62.
believe, wasn't it?
I'm sorry?
Yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just want to make a note, there's somebody who served the city of Norwalk, and the person was a real doer, and I think needs some acknowledgement. It's
Thank you.
sad to see somebody that young.
Thank you. Any other council people have anything that they wanted to announce? No? Okay, Mr. Igneri?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. There being no general council business, I'm going to go directly to the consent calendar, which will be read tonight by Ms. O'Toole Gianderco. Next meeting will be by Mr. Sacchinelli. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Igneri. The consent calendar. Item 7A, 1A, authorize the Mayor Harry W. Rilling to enter into an agreement with Rally for Pancreatic Cancer for the use of calf pasture for their annual Rally for Pancreatic Cancer to be held Sunday, April 22nd, 2018, from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. with setup to begin at 7 a.m. with teardown no later than 6 p.m. Rain date Saturday, April 29th, 2018. Estimated attendance 450. Item 1B, approve the use of the showmobile for the Rally for Pancreatic Cancer for their annual Rally for Pancreatic Cancer to be held on Sunday, April 22nd, 2018. Item 2, approve the use of the Calf Pasture Beach by Mountain Workshop for a team building and Olympic field day to be held Tuesday, October 3rd, 2017, from 9 a.m. to 3:15, with setup at 7 a.m. Estimated attendance 330. Item 3A, authorize the Mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to enter into an agreement with the Norwalk Hospital Foundation for their use of Calf Pasture Beach for a sunset run and glow and dark walk to be held on Friday, May 4th, 2018, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., with setup at 5 a.m. and tear down no later than 11 p.m. Estimated attendance 1,500. Item 3B, authorize the Mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to enter into an agreement with the Norwalk Hospital Foundation for their use of Calf Pasture Beach Taylor Farm for a Whittingham Cancer Center 2018 walk and run to be held Saturday, May 5th, 2018, from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. Estimated attendance 1,500. Approve the item 3C, approve the use of the showmobile by Norwalk Hospital Foundation for their events to be held Friday, May 4th, 2018, and Saturday, May 5th, 2018, from 5 a.m. on Friday, May 4th, 2018, through 11 p.m. on Saturday, May 5th, 2018. Item 4, authorize the Mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to enter into an agreement with the Human Services Council for their use of Taylor Farm for a Kids Fest Touch-a-Truck and more to be held on Saturday, October 21st, 2017, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., set up to begin at noon on Friday, October 20th, 2017, with teardown no later than 4 p.m. on Saturday, October 21st, 2017, estimated attendance 500. Item 5, authorize the Mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to enter into an agreement with the Silvermine PTO for the use of Silvermine School Grounds for a fall festival to be held Saturday, October 21st, 2017, from noon to 4 p.m., with setup beginning at 6 a.m. and tear down no later than 5 p.m. Rain date Saturday, October 28th, 2017. Estimated attendance 300. Item 6, authorize the Mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to enter into agreement with Wolf Pit Elementary School for the use of Wolf Pit Elementary School grounds for a pumpkin festival to be held on Saturday, October 14th, 2017, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., with setup at 9 a.m. and tear down no later than 6 p.m. Rain date of Sunday, October 15th, 2017. Estimated attendance 500. Item 7, authorize the Mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to apply and accept funds for the operation and management of a land-based MSDF pump-out station. The grant is in the amount of $7,198.50, which is paying 75% of our operation in effect through December 31st, 2016. Item 8, authorize the Mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to enter into a contract with Edgewise Energy DBA Energlock LLC for project number 3693R, boiler replacement at Gallagher Mansion for a sum not to exceed $142,000. Account is noted. Item 7B, Finance Committee. Item 1, accept and approve the report of the Claims Committee dated August 10th, 2017, September 13th, 2017. Item 2, for informational purposes only, narrative on tax collections dated September 13th, 2017. Item 3, for informational purposes only, monthly tax collectors report dated August 31st, 2017. Item 4, authorize the purchasing agent to issue purchase orders to Total Communications, a sole source provider for the supply, installation, training, and maintenance to upgrade the existing Cisco VoIP distributed telephone and voicemail system for all of City Hall, 6 fire locations, police department, DPW garage, health department, marine base, animal control, central office, 3 high schools, 4 middle schools, and libraries. Service for a total of 1,600 users for an amount not to exceed $152,491. Accounts are noted, and $70,000 will come from Board of Ed budgeted capital expense, no special appropriation required. Item 5, authorize the Mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to execute an amendment to the software license and service agreement between the city and Software Consulting Associates for the licensing and services of Munici permit system for public works for an amount not to exceed $41,600. Account is noted, approved IT capital project, no special appropriation required. Item 6, authorize the Mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to execute a 3-year agreement for mailroom services for city locations with Canon Solutions America, Inc. for a total amount not to exceed $182,964. And item 7, resolution amending the August 25th, 2015 resolution, which appropriated $1.2 million for the payment of inverse condemnation settlement relating to the construction of a new police headquarters, and authorizing the issuance of general obligation bonds of the city to meet said appropriation to an amended appropriation of $1,650,000 for the costs associated with the judgment, and authorizing the issuance of general obligation bonds to the city to meet said amended appropriation. And with that, that is our consent calendar, and I urge for its adoption.
Thank you, Ms. Jean Durko. That was excellent. I think the council should consider asking you to read every meeting. As read, any changes, notations, et cetera? Seeing none, all in favor of the consent calendar as read? This looks unanimous.
It was unanimous. Miss,
Motion to adjourn.
oh, you beat him. Ms. Melendez made a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you. I think that's a record. Close to a record.
Shannon?